なんとかなったみてえだな。畳みかける。これがスーパーサイヤ人3だ。
Alright guys, even though the entire game is down, Hydros has been kind enough to give us the data download information for what to expect, or at least part of it. We're obviously not going to get the whole thing because the game is down, but let's just quickly jump into it. We know that the Saiyan Saga is not the most popular thing for people. That's fine. If you don't like it, that's fine. The way I'm looking at this is these characters have set the bar for what we're supposed to expect, right? You know, when that inevitable Gogeta, Vegito, Broly, Gohan, whatever character that you're hyped for is going to come, these characters should make you excited for the future because they are really well done. I think the unique strike clashes, interactions with the ground battles, their animation quality, all these things will just simply carry over to whenever that exciting character comes. So even if you don't agree with what you got now, it should make you hype for when the thing that you get comes, because these guys have set the bar. Really well animated characters. Now, because the devs know these probably aren't the most popular things, they probably juiced up the banners. IT Goku's comeback makes sense too, because Mirza came back recently. Yellow Goku Black is good, Vegito is good, Gotenks is still good, Shimai Goku's not bad. So this is a good banner. Vegeta's banner is the exact same. Oh, they gave him green Super Saiyan 3 Goku, green Omega Shenron, Nappa Vegeta. Okay, this is not a bad banner either. I think something's gonna happen with this character. They're either going to give him a unique equip or they're gonna Zenkai Awaken him. Now, I would lean more towards unique equip versus a Zenkai Awakening because of just how many revival characters that is. Green Vegeta, Revival UI, Nappa Vegeta, but the Cybermen, they all have the Kamikaze attack. They have the self-destruct, which nullifies Revival. Maybe they think, okay, it's fine now because we released a new character that has an abundance of just self-destruct. We'll have to see. I know some people were disappointed that they didn't announce a Zenkai or unique equip, but hey, we'll see. Part 2 lasts a couple of weeks, so we'll see what they get. Next, this is just the Goku. I just wanted to double check if there's anything I may have missed. No, that's the same. Here's Vegeta, same thing. This is what we actually need to see, though. We have not seen the kits for the 1% characters, so let me just quickly zoom in. Let us see. Remember, this is a tag switch character. Let's see. So tag switch ability, tag switch to Chaozu, draw a green card, heal 10%, 30% damage, uncancelable, cancel attribute downgrades. This is very strong. I think Kale and Khalifa have the same thing. Enemy health restore minus 30%, really good. Starting ability, 220% damage, 150% damage guard, so a bit lower. 50% key recovery, level 1 cardio speed, minus 10 to blue arts costs, lower sub count on switch, and then ally Saiyan Saga purple or red, 20% extra damage, so they also double up as a support, which is welcome. Passive, when his health reaches 0, Tienne will have the succession mechanic, healing 70% of his health, nullify element disadvantages, which is good, deal major explode damage to the enemy. So this character will go type neutral and then deal that major explode damage. This is actually something that was a problem for the LF Fat Cell, the guy that blows up, as well as the Tapion. You know, if a type advantage character was to just nuke out the guy, you wouldn't really have to worry about the damage. And I guess their answer to that is, let's make them type neutral before it happens. So this is good. Succession with sort of like a death blow mechanic is strong. On tag switch or battlefield entry, draw a card. If you have 3 or fewer, you get 30 key. When you use a striker blast, you get 10 key with 15% damage inflicted, which stacks. And your switch cage goes up by 10% with cover null for 5 counts, one time only. Resets on tag switch, so very similar to Kale and Khalifa. When you're hit by an enemy's arts card, you heal 10%, ally subcount -2, enemy key -20, pretty good. And when on battlefield, any enemy switches, you get 20% more damage, the enemy's key recovery is down 20%, and they lose level 1 card draw speed for all the characters. So that's really strong as well. It's got a blast cover change, chainable with the blue. His Z ability is going to be double defense for Saiyan Saga purple or red. Alright. Low area reduces key with the strike, we know that. On activation with the strike card, he restores vanish, is very strong. Same with his blast as well. Ooh. Tienne and Chaozu might be a fun character then. Cool, 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 cool. I like that. Green card draws a strike. Heal 10%, 50 key, 20% strike damage inflicted, and your strike card's hit will now have an increased heavy bleed chance by 70%. Blue card. On activation, you get 30% blue card damage, cannot be cancelled. Switch gauge goes up by 40%. If the enemy has an abnormal condition, your special move damage will go up by 30% again and nullifies endurance. This would be tricky because now you got to play around characters that remove buffs, abnormal conditions, all this other stuff. You got to be very careful of those. All right, let's see what happens if we're now Chaozu. So heal tag switches to Tienne, draw green. That's both the same. Okay, so the damage inflicted is going to come from you wanting to do the tag switches very fast. Okay. That is the same. This is the same. Chaozu's green draws him a blast though versus the strike, and Chaozu's blast post green card now gets a 30% paralysis chance for 15 counts. That's good. Well, good in the fact that it's part of his kit, not good in that yippee paralysis. Succession. What happens now? So post succession, Tienne's main will draw blue, give him 50 key. Cancel attribute downgrades, which is nice. Now on strike and blast hits, he has the two mechanics. So his strike will now have the heavy bleed. His blast will now have the paralysis with minus 30% to enemy health restore. When the succession finishes, he draws the green. He gets 50 key, 30% more damage. And special move cost minus 10. Every 3 timer counts while he's on the field. He'll heal 3% of his health. So like Super Vegeta, LF Super Vegeta. And he gets 10% additional damage, uncancelable up to 40%. This is actually rather high. Didn't it say it was 220 base? Tag switch from Tienne to Chaozu gives him 30. From Chaozu to Tienne, he gets another 30. And then he gets another 40 here, and then 30 after succession. You can get up to 350% here. And then every time he uses a strike or blast, you'll get 10 key and 15% damage, so he now stacks damage more as well. And nullifies cover change, 5 counts. On strike or blast starts hit, draw a blue card next. Your next blue card now does 30% more damage. Uncancelable buff as well. When he's hit by an enemy's arts card, that disrupt is the same. The buff when the enemy switches is the same. His cover change is the same as well. His green card post succession. Destroy a card, then draw 1 strike and blast. Heal 10%, 50 key, 20% damage inflicted, and now your strikes have the heavy bleed chance and your blasts have the paralysis chance. His blue card on activation will give him 50% of his vanish back. Dude, Tienne actually looks like a monster. So this is a character that has stacking damage, very high damage inflicted multiplier, a second life mechanic, multiple ways of restoring vanish, stacking damage too. This guy might be pretty good. I think they're going to hurt his stats to compensate for that. But yeah, Tienne and Chaozu is looking pretty good. They don't miss with these 1%. I think they've nailed all of them. Jackie Chun, Ku, Do, all these guys, Tambourine. Everyone's been amazing. Now let's take a look at Nappa. So Nappa, his main draws the green, heals 20%, 50 key, protect his hand, enemy Dragon Balls -1. Only 5 timer counts for the main. Starting ability, 270 damage, 150 damage guard, 50% key recovery, all arts cost -5, draw speed +1, subcount on switch -1. On entry, draw a card if he has 3 or fewer, heal 10%, 40 key, remove the green card seal, ally subcount -1. They really want you spawning out those Cybermen. On strike, blast, special move, or special arts, draw, get 10% of his vanish back and 10% damage. Okay, that's pretty good. This is exactly like the, what's his face? The red free-to-play Sin Shenron. I think he did this with blast cards, doesn't he? He got it was either blast damage or damage inflicted, and he got his vanish back. 10% for every blast card that he drew. That's pretty cool. On cover change, type neutral. Destroy 2 enemy cards, -1 card draw speed, and cancel enemy attribute upgrades. Good disrupt. When he's defeated, seal the enemy's green and blue cards, seal their rush, and seal their mains. Also, for every Saiyan Saga, Saiyan, or Frieza Force ally, 15% heal and 20% damage uncancelable. Wow. Nice little death buffs. His cover changes against blast cards too. Z ability is blast attack and strike defense for Saiyan Saga, Saiyan, or Frieza Force. He has a restore health strike card, so like LF Majin Vegeta, but this guy gives 5%. High area reduced ki, that's fine. I think his forte is going to be his green card. This is the first character to summon more characters. I saw somebody say in the comments before, the first thing that they thought of was metal cooler, spawning more metal coolers. I take it. I welcome that. That's awesome. So, based on special arts card uses, the first and second time he does it, you'll summon a Cyberman as a backup. Third onwards, you draw a card, key plus 50, cancel attribute downgrades that are normal conditions. And one thing that we do know is his green card now becomes an AoE green. So on hit, he nullifies cover change, and the enemy takes 30% more damage, chainable with these moves. His blue card, on activation, 45% blue card damage. Also, destroy the entire hand, and then based off the number of cards destroyed, he gets more buffs. That's pretty good. And on hit, he'll draw 4 new cards. Ally subcount -3. Inflict the enemy with the heavy bleed. Yeah, this is just a ample opportunity for him to get more cards to restore his vanish, healing, and the like. So a pretty good blue card. You should be able to see the Cyberman that he summons. So their main ability draws the Awakened Arts card, which of course is the explosion, and they get 50 ki. As backup, Cyberman cannot switch, be forced to switch. This makes sense. It's taking the place of Nappa, and you can't go anywhere else. When he's summoned, drop the 3 cards if hand has 3 or fewer. 80 ki, vanish gauge plus 100%, nullify cover change for 5 counts, cancel attribute downgrades that are normal conditions. On strike, blast, special, or special move arts draw, 10% vanish, 10% damage inflicted. And when your health reaches 0 or you blow up, you switch back to Nappa. Green card, draw a card, key plus 50, cancel attribute downgrades that are normal conditions. Blue card buffs based off of the number of cards destroyed in your hand. But on hit, you draw 4 new cards, and you get 60% of your vanish back. Self-destruct. On activation, draw Awakened Arts card next. Awaken damage plus 30%. 3 counts uncancelable. Nullify element disadvantage. Oh my god, this is such a meme. So they draw the self-destruct card. They can launch it. And if you vanish it, they'll just draw another one. So they can keep proccing, okay, I'm going to kamikaze you over and over again until either they die or you get blown up. That's funny. And the fact that if you rapidly fire these off, you can stack up the damage. That is funny. On hit, enemy ki -70, all enemy health restore -70% as well. But we know self-destruct nullifies revival. I can't help but wonder if it's for Nappa Vegeta. So they both look really good, honestly. Nappa might be the more annoying character versus Tienne and Chaozu, just because of the multiple Cybermen and the blowing up. Like Goresh said, he's like a little terrorist. But I think Tienne and Chaozu are going to get a lot of praise as well. Stacking damage, multiple ways of restoring vanish, a second life mechanic, what looks to be decent combo potential, really good multipliers. That character is going to shine. Next, we got some equipment. So here is the co-op equip for Saiyan Saga. Blue card damage inflicted, base strike, base blast, and pure strike per Saiyan Saga battle member, and pure blast per Saiyan Saga battle member. Pretty decent. I mean, it is what it is. I would have liked some max HP, but they already know Saiyan Saga has some ridiculous equips. I mean, when they went through that campaign, holy crap, they got really good equips. There's also this awakened equip now, but this is heavily strike oriented. Where's Vegeta's? Is this going to be another case of the Goku gets the wonderful equips and the Vegeta gets scammed? Because MUI Goku had an amazing Universe Rep equip that gave him, what, 38% strike and 10% pure strike if he's fighting with another Universe Rep ally? Evil Vegeta could use the blast equivalent of that. This is doing that again. the Kaioken Goku now has an awakened equip that gives him what, 33% strike attack and 15% pure strike if he's fighting with another Saiyan Saga ally. I don't see anything like that for Vegeta. I think the Revival Range guy could use something like that. Next is the PvP equip, so base blast attack, max HP, more base blast attack, and 20% to blast attack if this character is Saiyan Saga. Actually, I think this answers the question. Here's Vegeta's. Alright, fair enough. You got me. And then the final bit. Shallot's plat equip is tonight. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't know if I can do the new character showcases and all of Shallot's forms with the plat equip. Just because PvP resets. And when PvP resets, your battle rank 50. You go through all those PvP fights, and then, you know, after like 2 or 3 videos worth, you ain't finding anybody. It's just bots. Can't blame them. Who the hell's staying up until 2 a.m. to play this game? Only crazy people like me. But yeah, I don't know. I won't be able to get through all, what, 6 videos for Shallot just because of that. But let's go ahead and see what this plat is. Shallot getting a plat is a big deal. There seems to be a lot of Shallot related things going on here. I actually thought they were going to bump up his rarity when I saw that plat and they announced it for Shallot. I was like, oh, they're going to bump up his rarity? You know, they did that before where he went from a hero character to a sparking. What's to stop him from going from sparking to an ultra? So let's see what we got here. 20% to base health, 50% to base strike and blast attack with 50% to strike and blast defense. 60% more damage, 100% to damage guard. Look at that. This is just like Hit. But Hit obviously had a better baseline. On arts card use, the following effects occur. He can stack damage up to 5 times and his blue card damage up 10% up to 5 times. Makes sense. And the following effects occur on entry. He gets 30 ki and the enemy loses 30 ki. What on earth is this one for? Slot 4, when on battlefield and the enemy activates a rush, ally subcount -5. That's good. When enemy is hit by an enemy's heart attack, heal 10% of your health up to 5 times. If his health is 50% or lower, the following effects occur. He heals 30% 2 times and he gets 20% more damage. Okay. It's a pretty tame equip, really. It's just to bring up some of his multipliers. I think everyone agreed the Super Saiyan 3 form for Shallot was his strongest one. So 60% damage with 100% damage guard, huh? Yeah, no, I think that's fine. He'll definitely do more damage, but is it enough to make people want to start using him? I don't know. I guess we'll have to try out in game. But I think that's everything. You guys let me know in the comment section below what you think. Yeah, content bonanza. Hopefully I have the energy to power through all these things. Sometimes I hope that we don't get an overwhelming, crazy amount in one night, just so that there's not like a bajillion videos to do. But either way, let me know what you think. But until next time, guys, be on the lookout for the summons and the showcase. Peace.